Hey guys! I recently listened to a podcast by This American Life. I'll link it down below. And it talked about the effects of COVID on the current college admissions process, specifically on the elimination of standardized testing prerequisites, so like the SAT and the ACT. A lot of colleges made the decision to get rid of this prerequisite because due to COVID, students could not physically get together in a testing site and be proctored and sit through this exam. So colleges got rid of it. On the one hand, prestigious schools actually saw increased rates of application because students who previously felt like their SAT and ACT scores were a hindrance in their application profile felt emboldened to at least try now that that wasn't being considered. But on the other hand, a lot of mid-tier schools and community colleges saw a drop in the application rates because students were also just foregoing college altogether. Now, there are a lot of reasons why, COVID might have changed people's minds about college. First and foremost, financial implications. This pandemic has not been kind to a lot of families. So many people are unemployed, incomes have dropped. A lot of students had to focus on, working to help support their families. And so college isn't even an option for them, either because they can't afford it or they're already in the workforce and they want to stay there. Now that you're making money, why would you give that up? Another component of this is the online learning aspect of everything. I actually deferred enrollment last year. I had intended to take one gap year and then go to college, but then, the pandemic hit and I did not want to pay tuition rates for an online learning environment that, in my opinion, was scrapped together at the last minute and also wasn't as fulfilling of an experience, especially at the price tag that is college. My point is that a lot of people are now considering not going to college. Before COVID, this was super taboo. I personally felt ostracized for my decisions or at least misunderstood, but now people are seriously questioning the value of college. And I'm here for it. And so today I wanted to offer some guidance to those who are considering going straight into the workforce. This is how I kickstarted my career. Number one, get a job. And yes, there is a difference between a career and a job. Anybody can get a job. A job is to pay your bills, make some money. A career is your lifelong passion. It is a field, it is a trajectory that, brings you joy in life. So when I say get a job, I mean just about any kind of job. Something to A, pay the bills in the time that it's going to take for you to actually get your foot in the door of the career that you want, and something to build your resume. If you get a job, not only will you inevitably acquire marketable skills, you'll also develop a work ethic and garner professional recommendations, all of which add value to your resume. Number two, earn certifications or learn a trade. I think this is what made the most difference in getting hired at my current job. I had a license in health and life insurance. And not only did I have the certification that was required for the job, but having a certification shows that you're serious, that you put in the work and suffered through the certification process, which can be so helpful if you're young and inexperienced and somebody has to take a chance on you. And the nice thing about certifications specifically is that you can earn them while also having a full or part-time job. And those can lead you into different jobs or starting a career. A trade, on the other hand, you can actually go to school for. You can either take on an apprenticeship with a local tradesman or go to your vocational local vocational school. That was tough. To again get the certification, get the experience needed to grow into your trade. And people who work in the trades like plumbers, mechanics, electricians usually make more money than a lot of college graduates, especially those with more liberal arts degrees. So definitely something to consider. Number three, tap your network. It's hard if you're young and you haven't gone to college to kind of start building that network. It was especially hard for me because I moved to a totally different state where I didn't have a reputation and I didn't know anybody, but it can be done. There are tons of great tools out there at your disposal. LinkedIn, Twitter, any kind of social media really is a great way to kind of start the conversation with people who are in careers that you want to pursue. You never know who's going to know somebody who has an opportunity. And not to mention that just showing people that you're interested counts for a lot, because they'll remember you and they'll be more likely to take you seriously when an opportunity does open up. Number 4, apply. Apply so many times. Before I got my current job, I legitimately had sent out at least 150 applications, and this was over the course of 3 weeks. I made it my full-time job to apply because it's really just a game of numbers. You obviously want to apply to jobs that interest you and jobs that you could reasonably get. It's not worth wasting your time applying to a position that requires 10 plus years of experience because you're not going to get it. But you also don't want to short sell yourself. If you are interested in a job and you think that there's a chance you might get it, just apply. It doesn't hurt to try. And what's the worst that could happen? You don't hear back, or you do hear back and they give you an opportunity and then you get to practice some of your interviewing skills. There is literally no losing in this situation. You either gain experience or you gain a job. Now, even though I say that this is really just a game of numbers, I can offer a little advice on how to tip the odds in your favor. Number 1, tailor every job application. You can do this by including keywords from the job description in your resume. So if the job description asks for a great team player, you put "you're a great team player" on your resume. And you can add a cover letter. I would recommend looking on the company's website to hear if they have a mission statement or if they have any other buzzwords that you could include in the cover letter and say, "I'm excited to work for your company because I noticed on your website that blah." And that also shows that you put in the time to do the research and you're actually interested. Number 2, apply to entry-level jobs in fields that you're interested in, even if the job itself isn't what you're looking for. So say you want to be a dentist. And to be totally honest, I'm not sure that this trajectory would work, but stick with the example here. Say you want to be a dentist and your local dentist office has an opening for a clerk, like a data entry clerk or a receptionist. Even though that's not what you want to do because you want to be a dentist, it gets your foot in the door. You're at least in the environment so you can actually verify that this is what you want to do day in and day out because you see the dentist coming in all the time. But it also helps you grow that network. It helps you meet dentists and you get to impress the dentist, and who knows, maybe they can point you to the right certifications or they can promote you within their own business. You never know what could happen. And number 3, send follow-up emails for the jobs that you're really, really interested in. If you've already applied and you haven't heard back from them yet, don't hesitate to be the first to reach out. Just say, "Hey, I'm Bobby, and I responded to your job posting about 3 days ago. I just wanted to reach out because I'm super excited for the possibility to work for your company because blah, blah, blah. Here's my resume again. Best, Bobby." I don't know. Something along those lines. Anyway, the most important thing to remember here is that no one's journey is the same. I had planned to kickstart my career within a few months of taking a gap year, and it took over a year. And I would not have given myself that much time had it not been for a worldwide pandemic. But now that I'm here, it is the single best decision I've made. So just bear in mind that it might not pan out the way that you want it to, but your plans can be flexible and your dreams can change. If you get your foot in the door to the career that you think you like and you end up hating it, you don't have to stay in it. And if you decide to not go to college and it either doesn't work out or you realize that you do want to go, you can go. College will always be there and there's no shame in changing your mind. Whether you want to go to college or not, I support you. Just do it for yourself. And I will see you guys later. Bye.